Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Last week I didn't bring any updates about Real Housewives of Lagos. That was because to me I just felt the drama was going to be this week. Like there was just something about the last week episode that just screams next week will be hotter. And honestly, I predicted right. Okay, there was something I noticed, and I said it on my last video, if I'm not mistaken, that their editing skills of this Real Housewife is a little bit. I don't know how to put it for you, but it's sort of empty. I don't know. Is that the right word? Meaning the continuity is not connecting, or rather let me speak for myself, I'm not connecting with the continuity. It's almost like they're even trying to traumatize. I don't know. I'm just saying to myself, okay, like watching the Real Housewives is almost gradually becoming of Lagos. Is gradually becoming traumatizing to me personally. But the fact that I have to come and sit in front of my camera and speak about it is making me watch it by force. But that's by the way, if you're seeing this face for the first time, my name is Asma'u Zakari, and if you do well if you subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much, and drop in the comment section your own thought at the end of this video. Okay, now the starting of it was Sophia. In fact, from last week already, Sophia was hinting the girls, or had hinted the girls at the wine tasting, that she was going to have a fashion show at Ghana. But meanwhile, let me backtrack something. That was from episode one or two. I can't remember which of the episodes. Caroline apologized to Laura. Now, there was something about that day, and to me, it's just a human thing. Maybe I might also do that. Well, let me don't exempt myself. But when Caroline apologized to Laura, there was something that I noticed about the two newbies that were there. So this time around, it's three newbies, new housewives that are in there. Sophie Momodu, there, them, and then Dabota. Those are the three new housewives that were introduced this season. Caroline apologized in front of Dabota. And the fact that maybe Dabota has had some things, or knows some things rather, about Caroline, and then seeing Caroline bring herself so low, because for them apologizing is like you bring yourself so low. Just let's keep going and you will understand what I mean by that. When Caroline apologized to Laura, there was something I noticed about that. She looked down on Caroline. Not sorry, Dabota. Dadem developed a whole new kind of respect for Caroline, even though she says she doesn't know Caroline like that. But Dabota, like, looked down on, because there's no way Dabota and Dadem will tell me they did not watch season one of Real Housewives. There's no way, in as much as they are claiming I wasn't there. Yes, they weren't there, but there's no way they will tell me they didn't watch it. So looking at the whole chaos that happened between Laura and Caroline and all of that, and then Caroline coming to say she's sorry. See, that is the part I think as human beings we lose ourselves. Like, we think that by saying sorry, we get it wrong, rather, let me say. We think that by saying sorry, it makes you the weak one. No, it makes you the stronger one. And Caroline said something, that she apologized and moved on with Laura because for her own good. And you can see that her relationship with Laura is not bad at all. I just like to put that out because it's going to transition to where I am going right now. Okay, finally, Dabota and Laura eventually had a sit down. Yeah, they eventually spoke, because these are two people that are claiming that they don't like each other. They have not hidden it. Yeah. So eventually they had lunch. Dabota was claiming she was trying to avoid it, but it happened and there was nothing she could do about it. And it looks like this Real Housewife franchise, you don't know who is going to be on set with you. I'm just suspecting, I'm just saying, right? Maybe among themselves they don't know. It's just the way we are also getting to find out, as we they're getting to find out. They don't know who is coming back. Maybe, I don't know. So eventually Laura and Dabota sat down and spoke, and that was where, I don't know, Laura personally, even her beef with Caroline, she didn't have anything personally with Caroline. It was her sister, and she keeps defending her sister. Laura, take it easy, so that they don't go and break your head because you're trying to defend your sister. Your sister was one of the toughest blogs in Nigeria before Lover took over. She was brutal like that. So there are certain things that you have to consider people's feelings, And Laura was among, let's say, the first generation. Laura AKG blog was among the first generation blogs, and people were not used to seeing their deaths or seeing some dirty laundries being aired online, unlike now that it has become a normal thing. Even husband and wife now, it's just like that of Regina Daniel and Need. I don't know if it's the publicity songs or something is really happening. People have normalized even the beef quarrel. We don't use the word beef. Beef sounds strong. Even the couples quarrel. Now people bring it online. So then we're not used to those things. So you being put on the online, put on the chopping block, it was a whole lot at that time. So these people that experienced Laura Ikeji's blog, they really got traumatized. And hence the reason why Dabota said when she sees Laura, it traumatizes her, it triggers her. So that was by the way. They squashed it in as much as they admitted to each other that they didn't care about each other. And Dabota claimed that there was someone she sent to go speak to these ladies at that time when they were spreading rumors about her and about her. It wasn't about her past, it was about her child, the paternity of her child, her daughter. And I think Dabota used to be married also. I'm not too sure. I remember in her intro, was she married or engaged? I can't really remember, but yeah, there was something along those lines. So let's move on to the next place where Sophia called Dabota. And see, there's something about Dabota that is very familiar. I live in Port Harcourt, and Dabota is actually a Port Harcourt girl, I think Calabar, if I'm not mistaken. And there's something, I don't want to generalize, but I have met people from Dabota's tribe and River State in general. When you people first meet, I don't know why they have that thing in them. I don't know that's because they are in an oil producing state, so they feel they are in a they are wealthy. In as much as not everyone is wealthy, they have this social class where they place themselves on top and then place you beneath. Then when they now gradually begin to realize that you are up to something, and hence the reason why when Caroline says something like a Dabota was this kind of person where Belle feels like they just go for where they would chop and chop. Yes, it's part of people that I don't know. People, I have met people like that from her place, to be honest. I'm not saying that they are like that, all of them, but what I'm trying to say is that they have that characteristics. When they first meet you, they first look down on you. So when Dabota first met Sophia, she looked down on Sophia, plus the kind of things that were going back and forth those days online with Sophia and Davido-ish. So I felt that was what Dabota knew about Sophia, because I don't think Sophia and Dabota have been in the same cycle or anything, or in as much as they have some mutual friends. Dabota looked down on Sophia. And to be honest with you, before this Real Housewives of Lagos, I didn't know what Sophia was doing. We all just knew her for being Davido's baby mama, Imadi's mom, right? And that was why even at the beginning I said, I hope that won't be the storyline. Okay, we are all now getting to know Sophia, knowing that Sophia has chains of businesses. She's an entrepreneur. So Dabota walked in looking at Sophia with that condescending vibe. So coming closer now, she now realized that Sophia is not a walk in the park. Sophia also got it somewhere. In fact, if not even above her. So she has no choice, but her pride now will not allow her. And here's the reason why. Just watch the end of this video, that part that I will let you know what I meant by people from Dabota's place. So, Sophia called her, inviting her to Ghana. You could see she's excited, but she's trying to suppress it and all of that. Sophia asked her why she didn't see her at the wine tasting, and she was like, she didn't want to be around the girls. She went to church, whatever. Say she didn't have number because I don't know what is it. And that thing to me is, it's which word would I use? Is I don't know. It gives me this local vibe. Like it doesn't give me that posh vibe where you're claiming you don't have the person's number. To me, it's like you overdoing things and acting fake. Yeah, there's this part of that butter that is too plastic for me. I don't know why. So, and it's so unfortunate that Dadem is leaning towards that butter too much. But I wish Dadem brings her person. Look, Dadem on her own is a beautiful soul. I love that girl. I don't hate that butter either. But what I'm saying is that I am more, I just love that. I just love that, but 80s, by the way. Sophia eventually invited all of them, and then let me fast forward to the movement. It was on a private jet. When they were saying PG, I said, which one is PG? Me, PG that I know is pajamas. Well, that's by the way. And they were on a private jet. They had the time of their life, enjoyment, till they got to the villa in Ghana. See, Sophia did a whole, like, Sophia, I would use the word outdid herself, or she's used to things like this, but it was awesome. Like, I just imagine the thing and the effort it took her to establish that trip, from them being the private jet, in as much as Dabota was claiming that she was, and that both of them, I think they were complaining that the jet is small. I've never entered the private jet before, so I don't know how it is. Okay, so they eventually landed in Ghana. There was a huge welcoming. Then finally to where, in fact, then there was a boss, a party boss. See, man, see, you could see it, that and Dabota, they were so excited. I think with all those their packaging, I don't think they have had this kind of fun before in their life. Miriam said this was her first time of going to Ghana. So to her, it even means a lot. You understand? And they were so excited. And to me, that was the double standard, which I kind of understood where Caroline was going. In as much as Caroline too was being unnecessarily bitter, because for me, at some point, it's like Caroline was even overdoing it. The same thing she accused the them of. It was like she was doing something similar to that. She was so angry. She was so, and which I kind of understand. But let me tell you something, and which I respected Sophia for, Sophia Momodu, was the fact that when you condemn a particular thing, try not to do it. That makes you a better person. Now, Sophia was not happy with Dabota, with what Dabota did to her. And for her to show Dabota that she is not the same with her, like, I'm complaining about you, and I am going to show you that I am not like you. You know, to me, it's not all the time that revenge is necessary. Honestly, like, yeah, it's not all the time. Serve them good, even if they serve you bad. It's not all the time. That justifies your complaint, if at all you have any. So Sophia is not going the same line with Dabota. Yeah, she's showing Dabota that she is not cocky like that, right? So she is showing her how to host, and that was the reason why she said she called her personally, because that talk of Sophia was a plus one. She came with Caroline. It was too condescending. See, for me, Dabota is trying too hard to be up there. Calm down. Just like I said, I meet a lot of people like that here, and the moment they meet you, in their head, they feel they are up there and you're down there. That's not how a smart person should behave. Calm down, get to understand the other person, see the other person's cards before you bring out your card. Because when you bring out your card so soon, you just look like a loser already. Yeah. So shamelessly, Dabota and Dadem were the ones even enjoying the Sophia trip the most. Yeah, in as much as one or two. So on getting to the villa, Sophia was cool. I love her hosting skills. Like, let me give it to Sophia. Let me give Sophia her flowers. Like, if that kind of person hosts me, I'll be the most happiest person to accept. Yes, to be a guest. And Caroline was quiet. Like, she could just tell there was this uncomfortable vibe between Caroline and Dadem, which sort of is spreading and affecting the group. And I kind of understand this part of Sophia in a way where she is the host and she's trying to unite everybody. She was trying to do that, which even later backfired, I would say. So when they eventually got to their final destination, uh, Dabota suddenly started throwing jabs at Caroline. See, in as much as Caroline later sort of acted in a way that I didn't see it coming, when you look through the whole thing, let's look at it in a justifiable lens. Caroline tried her best to avoid Dabota. And if I understand clearly, in as much as the whole thing is in pieces, Caroline felt Dabota betrayed her. You see, one thing with this friendship cycle, that is why I don't like all this friendship cycle. I love having friends, but you see this friend cycle, in as much as this one has to do with fame and money, you see this friendship cycle, I am a bit afraid, because your loyalty will always be questioned, especially when you're friends with your friend's enemy. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense, because Dabota is friends with some people that Caroline is not comfortable with. Dabota was throwing jabs when she was trying to serve everybody champagne. According to Caroline, you're sharing champagne that is not even you that bought. I kind of understand. And um, she was saying something about poisoning, which I don't think Caroline said anything like that. And I'm glad that Caroline emphasized on that statement over and over again. She came to Dabota's house, saw someone she was not comfortable with, and she said her spirit, just jumped out of her body. Like, it's an African thing, though, most of the time, where we talk about spirit and all of that. And then she said Dabota served her food that she didn't eat. She never said Dabota poisoned her. I wish Caroline and Sophia will calm down. Sorry, Caroline and Dabota. Caroline and Dabota. I wish they would calm down, listen to each other. And I wish Dabota would come down from that high horse. It doesn't look nice on her. So fast forward to where finally they settled in, they gave them their rooms. Awesome. And beautiful hosting, like I said. Finally, in the evening, I suppose, Sophia and Dabota got talking, and they were trying to trash their issue from the last time from Dabota's trip. And the fact that Dabota is lying and not accepting her faults. See, I could see it in Sophia. It was just all about, I'm sorry, and they moved past it. Even when Sophia said a mutual friend told her that Dabota is sorry for what she did, she said, just like I said, when they see you at the beginning, they put you underneath them, and then they begin to treat you badly. But when they now realize that you are actually made of good stuff, they now try to and that to me is something that I find it difficult to accept. You can't insult me in the morning and come back in the night and say that you're sorry and we should just be friends. People don't change just like that. That's the way I see. People don't just change instantly. So she saying that she started on a bad footing with Sophia and she really regrets it. She wish she can make up for it. But when Sophia told, I don't know how much, I don't want to confuse you here. Now, Sophia and Dabota have a common friend, which Sophia said that this common friend told Sophia that this is what Dabota said. But Dabota claimed that that was not what she said, which for me, if it was someone that wanted peace or someone that wanted things to be trashed out, you're in my space at this point. I'm hosting you. You're under my care. There's supposed to be this level of humility. I'm not saying Dabota should lie down and do as if she wants to worship Sophia. No, no, but for me, there's this when someone doesn't treat you the same way you treated them. To me, I feel that enough should have earned that person should have earned your respect for not treating you the same way you treated them. And Dabota knows for sure that what she did was wrong. And even when she was switching the rooms of Sophia, she did it out of spite. And I don't know why she was spiting Sophia for no reason. Okay, and see, there's something I noticed again about Dabota. Dabota is, from her season, from the episode 1 or 2 of this season, she said she doesn't apologize. So probably that is what is making her go back and forth. But for me, how do you live as a human being without apologizing? Are you trying to say you're perfect, you don't make mistake? Like, make it make sense. Yeah, to me, it's that statement in itself, and she's a businesswoman to be. I don't know how she has managed to live life to this point, but I don't want to throw jabs at her relationship or her marriage, but things like this, how would you keep a relationship or how would you keep a marriage if you cannot apologize? People will offend each other. People will offend you. And you expect people to offend you and apologize to you, but you won't apologize to people. No, that sorry, no, that but why do I always confuse that but and that them? No, that but life doesn't, it's not like that. Well, that's by the way that maybe it has worked for her and that's good for her. So she and Sophia kept going back and forth to a point that she was literally lying that Sophia, that she didn't know that they were coming on Sophia's boat. Eventually, when she even showed the chat, and here's the reason why I understand when they were going back and forth, that was 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago. Caroline, he and the Dabota, where Caroline, they said, actually even showed the chats. And I understand why Caroline did that, because Dabota is just trying to gaslight everybody, and that is not nice. Look, when you call yourself classy, your behavior should show it. The behavior that Dabota is putting out is not looking classy, it's looking tacky. It's really, really tacky. So Caroline came into the bunch, and then the whole situation was so awkward. That was why I said watch to the end, whereby for me, Caroline tried her best to avoid the situation that eventually happened, that was unavoidable. In as much as some people I saw online are blaming Sophia, saying that Sophia was the cause of that chaos. No, Sophia, just the fact that Sophia was able to talk to Dabota and move past the situation with Dabota. She felt Caroline too. And besides, if you look at it, Caroline and Dabota started well. And that's the part that about Caroline that is a bit confusing. She will start well with you, but meanwhile she hold you for mind though. Like she has some grudge against you, but she will start well with you. She's just waiting for you to just slip off, to just make one mistake, and she will shred you to pieces. And that thing about Caroline, I don't know what to say about it, but that personality is very dangerous. I wouldn't want to have friends like that where I think we're cool, or I would want to meet people like that where I think we're cool, but in between you have some different, you have some beef about me, but against me. She got that's Sophia was trying to make the two of them talk and it wasn't working. And then Dabota started saying some things, and I don't know if those things she said triggered, because the story between Caroline and Dabota, I wish the both of them can sit and talk about it so that we can understand. And I don't know if it's the editing skills that it's just like this, it's just flipping like this. I can't tell. And so eventually what happened, which is trending online. Caroline, I think, almost got violent. Almost got. She actually put her hand on Dabota. She actually put her hand. That was not nice. Dabota can sue her if she chooses to. But at the end of the day, in a friendship cycle, so it went south. When the remaining girls came in, they saw the whole place already upside down. Miriam was scared. And this season, what is it with Miriam? Initially, I thought she was just playing safe. But at this point, I don't see Miriam playing safe. You can't be. I don't know. There's something about Miriam that I cannot place my hand on. At the beginning, I was loving her vibe, but as the show is going on, her vibe is a little bit off for me, whereby she wants to be good with everybody, which is not a bad thing. But to me, I just feel that she's having this tendency, like this two-faced tendency. Like, I don't know how to put it in words, honestly, but she's acting like let's just leave it, okay? But that's by the way. Next week, I saw them again sitting on a round table. I don't know if they're still in Ghana, and I'm just feeling bad for Sophia that her head needs to be in her fashion show, and these ladies are distracting her. And that's why I said, you see, friendship group, it's going to cost me PTSD. I've been there before, and I don't think I have the strength to be there again. Like, Sophia has a fashion show to plan. And these women are just causing a lot of drama and chaos. I don't know how it's going to be for her, but I just wish her the best of luck. They were seated on a round table again. It's like the conversation was still going back and forth. See, you see this case of Dabota and Caroline. I told myself that I'm not going to take sides, because the truth is I do not have the full details. And Caroline seemed to be in pain. Maybe the Real Housewives was the opportunity for Caroline to unwind a lot of grievances or a lot of pain she has been carrying all these years. Because when you look at all of the beefs she's had from season 1 to now season 3, in as much as she wasn't present in season 2, it has to do with her marital issues. Yeah, and it's sort of emotional and a bit too deep. So it's making her to, like, I don't want to say overreact, because the truth is you can't trigger someone and tell them how to act, right? So but hopefully we would understand gradually. Those are people, I would rush and go to her Instagram. And also people, I saw somewhere online someone said she explained everything on her story, and then hence the outburst that, let me stop here. This video has gotten too long. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe if you watched to this point. I hope we have communicated well. Describing things like this is not easy, right? But thank you so much, and hope to see you in the video. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Give the video a thumbs up. Share if you care. Comment in the comment section. What's your take? Do you think that Dabota is too fake? She's doing too much. She's allowing her ego to take over her personality. Maybe that is not even her personality. Then do you guys think that Caroline was a bully? Do you think she overdid things? Why did she lay her hand on Dabota? Do you think Sophia should have not pushed on that conversation? But which in a way, I'm glad she pushed, because if she had not pushed, look, the thing is that eventually that conversation was going to come up, because Dabota is on one side talking about Caroline. Caroline is on the other side talking about Dabota. So eventually, and being in the same friendship group, it's going to eventually come out. Then that hello sister in the next the next week preview, I don't know. Then Laura is there. Laura is enjoying herself this season. I wish I was in her shoes. Then Miriam is also there. All right, you guys should drop in the comment section. Let's see what you guys, or let's hear, let's read what you guys think about this whole thing. Bye and thank you. Stay blessed.